365 days, 365 messages God has in store for us. You've Got Mail from God, written by Redondo Ramirez. Come and join us. Let us see what God has in store for us today. Today is August 13, 2022, and the title of the devotional is Wisdom for the Upright. The scripture reading can be found in Proverbs Chapter 2, verse 7, and it says, "He stores up sound wisdom for the upright." Perhaps one of the most valuable elements that God can provide for each of us is wisdom, since it will help us to live and be better in life. The following story illustrates the importance of wisdom. There once was a king who had 3 sons. Pondering which one of them should succeed him, he sent each of them to rule a territory for 5 years. Then they would return to show him their achievements. Thus, they went out to their places cheerful to be able to rule as kings. When they arrived, they discovered with disappointment that it was only a small village with a few villagers and no castle. The first reasoned, "I will show my father that I can be a great king." Gathering the inhabitants of his village, he taught them the arts of war to form a small army and conquer other villages. So his little kingdom grew in strength and power. He multiplied its area 100 times. The second son thought, "My father wants to prove whether I can be a great king." And from that moment, he began the construction of a palace with his villagers. After 5 years of hard work, they dedicated a splendid palace. The third one said, "The people in this village must be important to my father." He resolved to take care of them so that they lacked nothing. For 5 years, the village did not change much. It was a humble and cheerful place, although the villagers seemed satisfied by the prince's work. The stipulated time passed by, and the 3 princes appeared before their father. However, when they arrived, the king wouldn't let them talk. Instead, he asked the villagers to tell what their lives had been like. The subjects of the first showed the scars of war, and those of the second told how they had worked to build the palace. Finally, the subjects of the small village, embarrassed, told how happy they had been with that humble and practical king who had improved their lives in so many little things. Then the king called his subjects one by one and asked them, "If you had to live the last 5 years in one of those 3 villages, which one would you have chosen?" Everyone preferred the quiet and happy life of the 3rd village. The smallest of the princes was crowned that day as the greatest of kings, since the greatness and wisdom of rulers is measured by the affection of their people, not by the size of their castles and riches. Today, God's message for you is this: I can give you the wisdom you need to make you live better and be better in life.